Prince Harry has been announced as the recipient of the Pat Tillman Award for Service at the 2024 ESPYs for his work with the Invictus Games. The special honor is given to one person every year. The ESPYs recognize individual and team athletic achievements in the 12 months prior, and past winners include NFL star Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, Novak Djokovic, Max Verstappen, and Caitlin Clark. It comes as the Games prepare to celebrate their 10th anniversary. Why has Prince Harry been nominated for the ESPY? In honor of his tireless work in making a positive impact for the veteran community through the power of sport, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, will receive the Pat Tillman Award for Service, an award given to a person with a strong connection to sports who has served others in a way that echoes the legacy of the former NFL player and U.S. Army Ranger, Pat Tillman, the ESPYs shared in a statement. After serving for 10 years in the British Armed Forces, including 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan as a forward air controller and Apache helicopter pilot, Prince Harry founded the Invictus Games Foundation, continuing his service by creating an international platform to support wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women, both active duty and veterans, who are navigating both physical and invisible injuries. Since inception, the Games have transcended borders and impacted lives across every continent, bringing together competitors from 23 nations with continued support and programming 365 days of the year, it concluded. Now celebrating its 10th year, the Invictus Games has evolved into a globally celebrated and acclaimed organization that celebrates resilience, community, and healing through the power of sport. Who has won the Pat Tillman Award for Service at the ESPYs? Past recipients of the Pat Tillman Award for Service include England soccer star Marcus Rashford, 2021, retired Army Sergeant and author Gretchen Evans, 2022, and the Buffalo Bills training staff, 2023. What did the ESPYs say about giving an award to Prince Harry? It's our privilege to recognize 3 incredible individuals, Steve Gleason, Dawn Staley, and Prince Harry, said Kate Jackson, VP, Production, ESPN. These honorees have used their platforms to change the world and make it more inclusive for marginalized and suffering communities, demonstrating incredible resilience, positivity, and perseverance, and we're thrilled to celebrate them at the 2024 ESPYs. An ESPY Award, Excellence in Sports Performance Yearly Award, is presented by the American Broadcast Television Network, ABC. The ESPYs recognize individual and team athletic achievements in the 12 months prior. The first event was held in 1993. It helps to also raise awareness and funds for the V Foundation for Cancer Research, the charity founded by ESPN and the late basketball coach Jim Valvano. ESPN has helped raise more than $200 million for the V Foundation over the past 31 years. Where are the ESPYs in 2024? They will be held in Los Angeles on Thursday, July 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC from the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles.
I admire Prince Harry a lot. For him to be using his name to put attention to these games, I think it's really respectable. He's very genuine, and you can tell that he takes this cause at heart.
and a courageous group of men and women stepped forward to say, me, I will go. And that includes you, Harry. You live by a simple principle: serve together, recover together. It's a philosophy not limited by the flag you wear. Your brothers and sisters in arms are connected by something so much deeper than the borders that separate us. And you've dedicated your time, talents, and heart to lifting up service members from around the globe.
And Prince Harry, thank you for your service during 2 tours in Afghanistan with the British Army and for being a champion of veterans in this community.
I'd now like to introduce Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, who's a humanitarian, mental wellness advocate, environmentalist, and military veteran. As co-founder of Archwell, he is focused on driving systemic change across all communities through nonprofit work as well as creative activations. The mission across Archwell, which currently includes Archwell Foundation, Archwell Productions, and Archwell Audio, is united behind the deeply held belief that compassion is the defining cultural force of the 21st century. In fact, Prince Harry has dedicated his life's work to advancing causes that he is passionate about. He is the founder of the Invictus Games, a platform for wounded, injured, and sick service personnel to use sport as part of their rehabilitation, something I know a little about, as well as Travelist, a nonprofit entity comprised of several of the largest online travel agencies in the world. Additionally, he co-founded Santa Bali with his dear friend, Prince Seso of Lesotho, in memory of their mother's charitable work in combating the HIV crisis, and serves as president of the African Parks, a non-governmental organization focused on protecting Africa's ecosystems in partnership with local communities and governments. He was named Chief Impact Officer at Better Up, a world-class coaching platform that helps people everywhere achieve their own version of peak performance, and serves on the Aspen Institute Commission on Information Disorder, which brought together critical voices across public, private, and civil society landscape to respond to today's mis- and disinformation crisis. Prince Harry served in the British Army for 10 years, rising to the rank of captain and undertaking 2 tours in Afghanistan. And I must say it's been my absolute privilege to work with him. Prince Harry, over to you, sir.
Ken, thank you very much. It's nice to see you looking so well after this last year. And I've certainly missed you, and thank you for that introduction. Dr. Biden, it's an absolute pleasure and a joy to see you again after so many years, as you quite rightly pointed out. This week, 7 years ago, I think was the first time that we met at the Invictus Games in London, and then again in Orlando and again in Toronto. And you don't need to hear this from me, but from everybody on this call and everybody across the entire military community across the world, thank you for your service and your just continued support over all these years. It's been fantastic to see you in action in various parts of the world, giving everything that you've got to so many people, to not just those who wear the uniform, but to the families as well. A lot of them wouldn't be here without you. So thank you. And just an enormous hello and thank you to every single one of you. The backgrounds that I'm seeing, people in cars, people in their rooms, some in uniform, some in civvies, some got children, or some had children at the beginning, have now escorted the children away from the screen for various different reasons. It's such a joy to see every single one of you. This is what it is. It was what it's all about. I am so sorry that we're not all together at the Warrior Games where we should be. The pandemic has certainly changed or flipped life upside down for so many people. We all know how important the training is for these moments. It's not about the medals. It's not even so much about the winning, as far as most of us are concerned. You guys have already won. But I will never forget that first visit that I had to the Warrior Games, which inspired me to create the Invictus Games. And the Invictus Games never would have been created had I not been inspired by every single one of you and your companions and the families for everything that you give to the service of this country. So again, just an enormous thank you. These games are so important, whether it's the Warrior Games, whether it's the Invictus Games. It is ultimately the reminder of service, both at home and overseas. It is about caring for our physical as well as our mental fitness of those that have sacrificed so much. And that, again, is not just those who wear the uniform, but every single one of you, because as we know, once served, always serving. And that goes across the whole family network. And it is often the families that give so much, but that are sometimes forgotten. So to see every single one of you here with the pride on your faces makes me incredibly happy to know how far you guys have come, the dark places that you've been to, but where you are now, stronger than ever before, no doubt. And that is partly, if not mainly, down to sport. And everybody on this call recognizes and understands the importance of sport plays in every single person's life. But as part of rehabilitation, whether it's physical or mental, there really is nothing else that beats it. So again, thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for showing us the way. You guys are leaders in every aspect of your lives, both while serving and both within your community as well. And this community is as strong as ever. And that also makes me incredibly proud. I look forward to hearing from as many of you as possible after this, if not in the first part of the call, then the second part of the call, depending on how many children are screaming down the Zoom at the same time. But again, just an enormous amount of appreciation from myself and just immense gratitude, because to see you guys smiling when I know how much you've been through, it's not just about yourselves and your families, but you have to remember that you're doing this also for your brothers and sisters in arms. And those people that are in a really dark place, you know what it's like. You've been there yourselves and you have recovered for yourself. And now you are leading them to their own recovery. So for that, I thank you. Ken, back to you.
Thank you, Prince Harry, for your comments as well as for your support.